The Merrell Trail Glove 6 was released earlier this year, and since then, I've been putting these shoes to the test. Has Merrell made some improvements with their Trail Glove line, or is this another shoe I end up passing on? Maintain your focus, because we are about to find out. Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope each and every one of you is doing phenomenal out there and doing great things. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gabe, and this channel is all about optimizing human performance and potential. Here, I share my knowledge, my thoughts, and experiences to help develop our mental and physical fitness. Now, if this is something that resonates with you, consider subscribing. In this video, we're going to talk about the Merrell Trail Glove 6 shoe that was released earlier this year. But before I do get into that, I do want to emphasize and be clear in saying that I am not a foot or shoe expert. This video is simply just me sharing my thoughts and opinions behind this shoe, perhaps a little bit about Merrell, and it all in hopes to help give you guys or provide here some visual content. Because again, this is a new shoe, and sometimes from my experience when I go shopping or purchasing something, it would help to see a little bit more in visual content. And since there isn't much out there for this shoe, I hope that this video finds you well and providing a little bit of details and perhaps helping you making that decision of whether or not this shoe is right for you. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into what this shoe has to offer. All right, so these shoes are the 6th version of the Trail Glove minimalist shoe and was designed to mimic the shape and position of the human foot. Hence the barefoot version 2 construction included on this model. This shoe is more of a trail running shoe and is considered a tier below the full-on barefoot experience which the Vapor Glove shoe is known to offer. This is another shoe, by the way, that Merrell is largely popular for. It has also released a new model, which yes, I will cover in another video. The Trail Glove 6 offers an eco-friendly shoe, meaning that most materials used are recycled. And truthfully, I'm not sure what exactly that means, but my guess is that it's coming from recycled rubber, plastics, and shoes that didn't make the cut. Some notable features for these shoes are the external rear sling to lock in the heel, the latest Barefoot 2 construction, a rock plate for protection in the soles, and a midsole that offers arch support. An arch support that nobody asked for. All right, let me slow my roll before we dive into the pros and cons. Look, I am a Merrell, if not a minimalist shoe advocate, and have been for quite some time now. I truly believe that each and every one of us should be wearing shoes that allow our feet to function how they were meant to. So to give you guys some context on what I use this shoe for is essentially just about everything I do. From rucking, Bboying, short distance running, to building muscle size and strength in the gym. Now, with that in mind, we could talk about this shoe's potential pros and cons. All right, so clearly the biggest con here is the arch support. Man, I haven't worn Merrells in a while due to some discrepancies here and there, but after the numerous reviews and the various models of this shoe, you would think by now they'd get it on point. This is a con for me, and this shoe that's labeled as barefoot just has way too much arch support, and after wearing it for 3 weeks straight, I will admit they do get slightly milder, but the arch support is still there. I also noticed that when standing still, the shoe does not allow me to have the whole foot planted equally on the ground, and I have noticed some mild rocking. Putting on the shoe has been another challenge for me and have found it to be annoying over time. I wish they offered more fabric for the tongue of the shoe to allow a grip of pulling, and also offer a loop in the back end of the shoe to hold that area in place for an easier insert. Now, the lacing system is somewhat in the middle for me. I do like how it holds the foot in place, but I'm not a fan of how the last 2 flaps are loose and not connected to the actual shoe. Perhaps if it stayed connected to the outer mesh, then cool. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about this design, and it is something that I have to get used to because it is fairly new to me. The final con here is the glue that Merrell uses for this shoe, and I think for all their shoes for that matter, because in recent years, Merrell is becoming popular and having some poor quality issues. But again, I don't want to talk about their history or some negative issues on that regard. I kind of want to talk about just this shoe and saying that they're using a very poor glue for this shoe. And I'm noticing that the sole, the rubber sole, and the heel area is already coming undone. And it's only been 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I think what would have made this shoe or the sole better is if they actually put a full one piece and not have separations as it is right now. All right, so now we can jump into a little bit more on the positive side of things. And I do want to say that I really like this shoe's design. Maybe not so much of the color variation like this black and gum combo, but the overall look and style is amazing to me. It can go well in fitness or casual scene. The way this shoe fits on my feet is superb. No issues with the toes bumping on the tip. Heels stay well in place, and when moving laterally, the whole shoe stays well in place as well. By the way, my shoe size is usually 10 to 10 and a half. This company and some consumers have reported to get a half size down for this shoe than you normally wear in other shoes. So if you're a size 10 and a half, order a size 10, which is the size I have here. If you wore the Trail Glove 5, then get whatever size you wore for that one. The last pro I have here is that the upper mesh and overall outer material, or at least the fabric, it's been doing pretty good. It's holding up fairly well and has not shown any signs of wear and tear. So I hope Merrell continues with using the same equipment, design, and style moving forward to ensure that the durability and the quality of this shoe is sustainable. Overall, the Trail Glove 6 shoe is not that bad. If I had to give this shoe a rating between 1 and 5, I'd give it a 3.5. Will this shoe be the shoe I end up passing on? No, I won't pass up on this shoe. In fact, I really like this shoe, again, by the design. The arch support is something I can get used to as long as I'm not wearing it for a prolonged amount of time. Again, as I said before, the arch support does get milder. I can understand and relate to why people wouldn't want any arch support in general, because this is considered a barefoot shoe. But having some arch support for the type of activities that I do can be improved to be very beneficial. I think if you allow this shoe to break in with time, it'll suit your needs very well. The rubber sole offers phenomenal grip with the ground. And again, I think the biggest selling point for me is that it offers a rock plate in the bottom. I think that's a very good feature to have on a minimalist shoe, because if you are going to go hiking or going out for a run, sometimes you just never know. You might step on something sharp and it might puncture straight through. And I know that this one, I've tested it, it does fairly well in protecting you from anything sharp. My other minimalist shoe, unfortunately, does not do so well with sharp objects. That's all for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching and supporting this channel. If you liked the video, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, and you like this channel's direction, consider subscribing. I'll look forward to seeing you in our next one.